The Assam State Commission for Protection of Child Rights is closely following up on the case related to the suspected sexual assault and murder of a minor's domestic help from Karbi Anglong at Raha in Nagaon district. Speaking to Northeast Live over the phone, ASCPCR chairperson Sunita Changkakati said that the commission has urged the police to file a strong charge sheet. Changkakati added that as per the local residents, the minor was subjected to physical and sexual assault and was allegedly pregnant during the time of death.
No, we have not been informed yet. The latest update is like yesterday I spoke to the superintendent of police of Nagaon district, and then he said that he's waiting for the PM report to come. And also in our letter we mentioned that as the PM letter as well as FIR, all the relevant documents should be submitted to ASCPCR at the earliest. But I'm not sure if the PM report has come to the police department. I'm not sure. So far we have not received any updates from the police department.
And there are also reports doing rounds that possibly, allegedly, the minor was pregnant at the time of death. Has the ASCPCR learned anything about it?
Yeah, actually the whole incident was reported by some of the neighbors to ASCPCR. And then ASCPCR was reported that the girl has been burnt alive and she is dead, and she was physically and mentally abused by the keeper, one Bhattakur. So that was informed to us, and immediately we sent letter to the district administration and police, superintendent of police, that this is a case of child labor as well as Section 74 of JJ Act and also IPC. But we were not aware. We were not informed at the time. When the first information was received by us, we were not informed that the child is pregnant. So the next day, when they informed us that it is suspected that the child may be pregnant, and that is why the child has been killed. So immediately again we wrote to the superintendent of police that this is a case of the case has been suspected to be POCSO Act. So we wrote to them that all the relevant sections should be incorporated in the charge sheet in such a way so that the accused cannot escape punishment. So because everything is depending on the charge sheet, how the police prepares the charge sheet. So in fact we spoke to the police superintendent also that the charge sheet should be prepared in such a way so that there is no any gap or any flaw for the judicial department.
And furthermore, well-known child rights activist Miguel Daskia, while speaking exclusively to Northeast Live, demanded that the accused in the case should not be granted bail at any cost.
It is absolutely tragic to see that a 12-year-old innocent child had to lose her life in this way at the hands of such sociopaths and criminals. I have been in touch with the SP Nagaon, and I have urged upon him to ensure that the investigation is thorough and the charge sheet is filed on time. I have also requested the SP to ensure that the bail of these offenders are very strongly objected in the courts of law. Generally, we have seen if the perpetrators or the offenders are powerful people, they use their networks and connections to get an easy bailout. Now, this actually creates this atmosphere of impunity wherein offenders are roaming around freely, whereas children are the ones who are suffering. Of course, the offenders have been booked under relevant sections of the Child and Adolescent Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986. Relevant sections of the Juvenile Justice Act 2015 have also been invoked. From what I hear now, that there are indications of, or there are some information about sexual assault on that child before she was being killed. If the investigation finds so, the police also have to invoke relevant sections from the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. See what happens. The child labor problem is huge in Assam, especially the domestic child labor problem, because most of the domestic child laborers are hidden, kept hidden basically, within these big houses, big apartment blocks, and generally the public cannot see them. Unlike in coffee shops or in tea stalls or in garages, you can see them across the streets. But in domestic child labor, these children are kept hidden inside these homes and they have no access to the outside world. And that's why they are exploited. My friends from the child protection system, childline police, they have seen various kinds of atrocities on children. We have seen cases where children are being burnt with irons, are being burnt with cigarettes, are being sexually assaulted, are being raped. Their chilies are put into their mouths and private parts. They are deprived from food. So these are the various kinds of atrocities that happen on a child who has to work as a domestic child labor. I think it's high time that we need to rescue these children immediately.